Hey, what's up, everybody? John here. And if you've known me for a minute, then you know that I'm overweight. And if you've known me any time at all, you know that I've struggled with that most of my life. Um, when I was growing up, I looking back, I probably was not as unhealthy as what in my mind I thought I was, but I was pudgy and I was uh, an introvert, and I was not ever. I never wanted to put myself out there in a way that would potentially cause me to make a fool of myself. I never wanted to have the attention or the possibility of having the attention where I looked foolish. Um, like I said, when I was in grade school, I was pudgy. I at one time had glasses and braces and was pudgy all at the same time, and that was difficult for me. Um, but as I got older, I became funny, and um, it was a defense mechanism where if I were funny and I drew attention to humor instead of to what I perceived as being fat, then it was easier to deal with. And then, um, when I graduated high school, I was healthy. I didn't think I was, but looking back, I was. I was 225 pounds, but I was healthy and I could run. I could run like the wind. I could run like a 165 pound guy. Any given day on the baseball field, I was the fastest guy. Um, so but that was I had a mind block back then, and evidently I still do because as I got older, I put on 25 pounds my first year of college, and I maintained at 250 for quite a while. And then I got married. I went into the ministry, and I started having high calorie meals late in the evening. My activity level went down, um, and at some point, I found myself not at 225, but I found myself at 380 plus. And I mean, that wasn't really a wake up call at the time, um, but I was right around there. I had lost a little bit of weight, and then I went through a divorce. And when that happened, um, my weight started going down just because I got a job where I was super busy and I wasn't eating nearly as much. I was burning more calories at work than I was taking in throughout the day. But over time, I I became more myself. I got past the difficult time of life, and I became complacent. I became comfortable, and I started going back up in in my weight, and I started doing the yo-yo. So I would gain 10 pounds and lose 5, and gain 12 and lose 7, but it always seemed to be a gradual increase over a period of time instead of uh, gain 10, lose 11. It was always the opposite. So, and then I made it back up to, well, I had gotten down to 270 pounds. So I lost 110 pounds, started going back up, yo yo, back and forth. And then I kind of got to about 300, plateaued, leveled off, and that's around the time that I met Kelly. And, then we got married. And so over the last, coming up on 8 years in September, um, it was, you get married and you get comfortable, and you start focusing on other stuff, and life gets busy and focus changes. And so it's been up and down also since we got married. And um, there's been times when I really bust out workouts for a month, 2 months, go to the gym regularly for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden I just stop. Um, I have had difficult times at one of my jobs that really kind of started me going downhill in the last few years, and that has been hard to break out of. Um, there's just a whole lot involved. It's been a struggle. A number of years ago, we had, um, we want to have a family, and so we did fertility testing and found out that um, in order to have biological children, that we probably would have to have quite a bit of help, and it would be very costly. And we're just not in a spot to be able to do that. And so I got angry and bitter in my heart toward God, and so that's been very difficult for me in the last 4 or 5 years. Um, and in the last year, I've had a lot of very depressive feelings. And so whenever I'm feeling down, I would eat, and it would make me feel better in the moment. And then I would feel down because I ate junk and ate a bunch of calories, and then I felt bad. But to console myself for that, then I would eat again. I would eat more. Um, and so in the middle of feeling blue, feeling down, feeling depressed, feeling better, getting some workout in, and then eating whatever I want, and being put on medication for cholesterol. And instead of putting the effort in to lower the cholesterol, I rely on the medication. And so I go overboard with the junk. And so my cholesterol, it doesn't really improve. My blood work gets a little bit better overall, but nothing significant. Um, so then that gets kind of depressing. And so I console myself with food again. And so that's been kind of the pattern for quite a while, like most of my adult life. And even whenever I was a kid, I would do the same thing, but I was super active and playing sports. So, anyway, all that to say that I've been struggling. I've been struggling with food. I've been struggling even to have a desire to be in the Word and growing in the Lord. It's just been a struggle. And I think it all comes back to it being a spiritual issue. So, so my goal, one thing I was excited about the garden is because we'll have vegetables that we can eat that are going to be fresh, and we can cook them or whatever that looks like, and that will help me to eat healthy. I mean, but right now we buy healthy stuff, and then it goes bad because I don't make the effort to eat the healthy stuff. I do what's easy. I do what's unhealthy. I do what's comforting, instead of turning to God's word and turning to Christ to fill that spot where He rightly belongs. I try to fill that with just crap. So I guess just kind of my purpose for this video is just kind of to put that out there, to make it known that I struggle. I struggle hard a lot, and Kelly has been super, super encouraging since we've been married. Um, but I struggle to lead in our health, in our eating. I struggle to lead in our spiritual walk in our household. Um, and that's ultimately, like I said, that's ultimately the issue. Is it's a spiritual issue, and I've got to grow in that, and I've got to get past I've got to get past the sin of the flesh and the sin of my heart and really dig in and press into Christ and let Him be the one that controls the situations and what's going on. And He should be my ultimate choice. He should be my default instead of an afterthought. So if you've made it this far into the video, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. I'm just putting it out there that it's a struggle. I want to encourage you that if you struggle with some of the same things, man, I'm here. I understand, and shoot me a message or leave a comment on this video, and I'll pray for you. If you need to talk about it, let me know. If you want to talk to somebody but not me, I can help you get in contact with a pastor or somebody else that could help walk you through some of your junk that you're dealing with. But I got to do better. But I can only do better if I'm fully relying on Christ, and I can't do it on my own. I can't make myself do something that I can't make myself do something unless I'm allowing Christ to make the changes in me. So anyway, you guys pray for me, and like I said, if you want to leave a comment, go ahead and do that. I'd be more than happy to converse with you about this. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a struggle. Willpower, it's not enough. But the power of God's word and the power of Christ, it is sufficient. Christ is sufficient. I just have to remember that in the moment. I have to prepare myself in the mornings so that throughout the day I can remember that. I need to prepare myself on a Monday so on Thursday I can remember that. I need to prepare myself in June so that in September, when things just feel crappy, I can remember that. I need to remind myself now and prepare myself now for 10 minutes from now when things could go downhill. You never know when things will go downhill, whenever life will change and just get junky. But Christ is always good. Christ is always sufficient. I have to look past and get over my preconceived ideas and my unrealistic expectations. I have to get past those and dig into the Word and understand who Christ is, so that I will have the right expectations. So I'm not expecting Him to do something that is out of His character. Anyway, I'm just starting to ramble, and I just really wanted to make this video real quick, give you guys, just a peek into me, and yeah, I'll let you go. I heard the driveway alarm go off. I think Kelly just got home, so we're probably gonna have dinner here in a little bit, and my goal is eat something kind of healthy. I did pretty bad today, so I need to try to make up for it at least. So anyway, you guys, you have a great day. Whenever you see this, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.